Reggae Just Extra with Ras Dennis.
Peter Tosh was an outspoken Rastafarian and a strident campaigner to legalize marijuana, to end apartheid, to end nuclear weapon proliferation, and to basically stand up for the oppressed and forgotten. Peter personified everything the government feared, rebellion and criticism, and he fought against everything he thought the government stood for, such as cruelty and racism. My name is Ras Dennis, and you are welcome back to another video by Reggae Just Extra.
You are now watching Reggae Just Extra, another epic story of Peter Tosh, aka the Stepping Razor.
In this episode, we will take a closer look at the reasons why Peter Tosh refused to perform in Israel and South Africa despite singing against apartheid. Kindly stay tuned and do remember to subscribe to this channel, like, share, and most importantly hit the notification bell to be the first to watch our next video. A quick look at the story. Peter Tosh died in 1987 and lived in an era when access to images from Israel's activities in Palestine were not as prevalent and colorful as now. However, Tosh was certainly thinking about Palestine in 1977 when he released the Equal Rights album. At the end of the title track, he sings about a number of places which were fighting for their freedom. Most of them were African countries, except Palestine being the only inclusion from outside the continent that was so dear to Tosh's heart. Typical of Tosh, his stance went beyond singing a song and posturing on stage. He supported a Palestinian state, and as early as 1979, he had started turning down offers to perform in Israel. Due to his support of the anti-nuclear movement, Peter was asked to appear alongside the likes of Bruce Springsteen at Madison Square Garden as part of a series of anti-nuclear concerts. He was advertised to appear in the accompanying film and on the triple LP box set, but Peter walked out on stage smoking a spliff and wearing Palestinian dress. Surprisingly, he never appeared on the film or on the album. One does not have to wonder what Peter Tosh would think about what is happening in Palestine now. On the contrary, Peter Tosh's son, Andrew Tosh, who was in Israel between 15th and 16th of June, 2023 for Children of Israel Unite Festival, told journalists that music should not separate people. It is to connect people mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. He further stated that his father would be pleased with the fact that he came to Israel to spread his message. Peter Tosh of blessed memory did not only dislike the situation going on in Palestine, but also the then apartheid regime in South Africa. As a matter of fact, he refused many offers, paying huge sums, to perform in South Africa. He was afraid to even have a connecting flight through the nation, as he knew that someone could take his picture at the airport and use it for propaganda purposes. Before the concert in Swaziland, now known as Eswatini, he flown from Kingston on December 14, 1983 to London and then on to Germany and then Zimbabwe, where 4 chartered planes took them to Swaziland, as Peter had made it very clear that he did not want to go through South Africa, which would have been the case had they taken a commercial flight.
You are now watching Reggae Just Extra, another epic story of Peter Tosh, aka the Stepping Razor.
According to the Reggae My Life Is author, Copeland Forbes, Peter Tosh's former manager, it was not, at that time, deemed appropriate for recording artists to be seen in South Africa, as this was still the period of apartheid and Nelson Mandela was still in prison. Peter's reticence about South Africa. Forbes said that Peter Tosh had participated in an interview earlier that year with a journalist in New York, who had asked him if he would perform in South Africa, on which apartheid had a stranglehold. While Peter had answered saying yes, but the only way I would play is if I am performing for my people. Why should I keep my music away from my people? The journalist had distorted Peter's answer and published an article bearing the headline Peter Tosh said he would play in South Africa, which caused quite a bit of controversy and left Peter furious. Forbes recounted, Peter Tosh was the most militant member of the world's greatest reggae band, The Wailers. Along with Bob Marley and Bunny Wailer, Tosh created reggae music. He taught Bob Marley to play the guitar and wrote many of the Wailers' hit songs. According to Bunny Wailer, the early Wailers learned to play instruments from Tosh. After Island Records president Chris Blackwell refused to issue his solo album in 1974, Tosh and Bunny Wailer left the Wailers, citing the unfair treatment they received from Blackwell, to whom Tosh often referred with a derogatory play on Blackwell's surname, Whitewurst. During the One Love Peace concert of 1978, Tosh lit a marijuana spliff and told the 40,000-strong audience that he was not a man of peace, as peace was the diploma you get in the cemetery, because on the tombstone, it is written, "Rest in peace." He equally addressed Jamaica's two leading politicians, Prime Minister Michael Manley and Edward Seaga, the leader of the opposition, warning them that hungry people are angry people. 5 months later, he was apprehended by police, taken to a police station and beaten relentlessly until his skull cracked open and the hand he attempted to shield himself with was broken. He only survived by playing dead. In 1987, Peter Tosh was awarded a Grammy Award for Best Reggae Performance for No Nuclear War, his last record. After Tosh had returned Jamaica, he became the victim of a treacherous murder. Tosh was robbed and slain in his own home by a three-man gang led by Dennis Lepo Laban. In October 2012, Tosh was posthumously awarded Jamaica's fourth highest honor, the Order of Merit. Thanks for watching, and do remember to subscribe, give it a like and post a positive comment in the comment section below, and I'll see you again very soon for another video.
Many thanks for watching Reggae Just Extra with Ras Dennis.